A few people out there. Hello, everyone. This is your average Joe with the Bipartisan Channel. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I know we did. We attended the Hands Off protest, which was held at Reed Park in central Tucson. We had a fabulous time talking with the people, some 20,000 in attendance. As I believe, there were many bipartisan folks there. Just a quick rundown about Arizona voters. The elector base consists of 33% Republican, 33% Democrats, and 33% independents. In our last election, there was an initiative on the ballot to change our voter laws, allowing independent voters to participate in primary elections. A big bipartisan win for the voters of Arizona. Why this matters. A primary election serves to narrow down each recognized political party's candidates. Now, Arizona has an open primary which allows voters registered as independents to participate. However, you must designate to your county recorder which partisan ballot you would like to receive. That ballot, as any ballot, will allow voters to write in a candidate they wish to support, whether you are right-leaning or left-leaning. Helping independent voice to be heard. In this video, we interview Tiernan Erickson, who was on hand to represent Voters' Choice of Arizona. With that said, we will now continue to the interview.
So what you got with ranked choice voting is that you have multiple candidates that you get to actually rank: first choice, second choice, third choice, fourth. And if your first choice does not win, then your votes go to the second choice, your second choice. And so what that does is it allows more of a consensus vote. The candidate is representing more people, and you don't get that quick runoff where you're between the devil and the deep blue sea. You have a choice. Now Tiernan has been doing this for a while, and he has more info. Tiernan, I'll pass the mic to you.
Yeah, I would love to give you my elevator pitch if I could. Oh.
So, after what you said, so we already have a couple of states here in the nation that are ranked voting. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. They do it in Alaska and Maine. They just voted to keep it in Alaska because when people are doing it, they like it and they want to keep it. They've been doing it in Australia for over 100 years. They do it in Ireland, and that's one way that they ended the Troubles in Ireland. It makes elections less polarized because each candidate wants to appeal to you and be your second choice candidate. So they find common ground with your first choice. Exactly. Rather than just throwing mud at the other candidate.
So that's why I'm a big supporter of it. What do you think the chances are of getting Arizona to become?
I think they're pretty good. You know why? Because we are a swing state already. You know,
right.
and
it's a lot of independents.
That's right. The independents are the largest voting bloc in the state, so that's pretty amazing.
I just became one since they passed the law that we can vote in primaries now. Mm-hmm. To me, that was very important. Was to be able to vote in primaries.
I'm also an independent.
So originally, I was like, I'm going with the independents. They're the ones that are deciding the elections anyway. So I think this would be great. So
yeah, and let me also just say, another reason I think that we can do it here in Arizona is that when people hear about ranked choice voting, they like it, and when people are doing it, they like it and want to keep it. So it's really our mission, in Voter Choice Arizona is really just about outreach, about educating people about what ranked choice voting is. The more people that know about it, that means the more supporters that we're likely to have in the state. And so polls they are increasingly showing that more and more voters like the idea of ranked choice voting. And I think it's really just a matter of just telling them what it is. When people hear about it, they like it, they become supporters. So we're just telling people what ranked choice voting is. And then when we get to a critical mass, we will launch a petition to hopefully to amend the state constitution to make ranked choice voting the way we vote in Arizona.
So that'll be basically just going out to various public spaces and getting signatures on a petition to get it on the actual ballot to vote on.
Yeah, that's right. But that's that is challenging. We need I don't remember the number, but several 100,000 signatures in order to do that.
I think it's 250.
You have to.
I'm not sure.
It's more than that. I think it's around 500,000, 600,000, 700,000, somewhere in that neighborhood. And I don't remember. It's because it's a complex calculation based on the number of people who voted in the gubernatorial race last time, and so I don't know the exact number offhand. Sorry, but we have to get that number of signatures within 1 year, and doing that requires paid. It requires people who can collect signatures full time, and that requires paying people to collect signatures full time. So that's a major hurdle. But otherwise, I think we
$1.5 million.
A signature ballot.
$1.5 million. Wow, I was way under. But thank you.
Plus another 500,000. Roughly, and again, inflation and things going up, it might be more next time. But yeah, and if we'd had ranked choice voting back at the time of the first Bush or the second Bush, we wouldn't have had the Gulf War because Ralph Nader pulled votes in Florida, and it wouldn't have happened with ranked choice voting.
So I'm signed up on your list. So now I'm assuming I'm going to get email that's going to tell me how I can get involved and help support this project. Correct?
Yeah, that's right. You will.
Okay.
And we have a meetup here in Tucson coming up later this month. I hope you can join us for that. We'll have other like outreach events coming up, and you'll get an email about that. Look us up online, vcaz.org. That's for voter choice az.org.
Okay. And then we could maybe get a picture of your barcode here.
Yes, please. Yeah. If I could, I wanted to just give you my 30-second elevator pitch of what ranked choice voting is. So ranked choice voting is a simple upgrade to the way that we fill out our ballot, whereby if there are more than two candidates in a race, you should be allowed to rank them in your order of preference. Like, this is my first choice candidate, this is my second choice candidate, this is my third choice candidate. And that has a number of positive effects. Like, it ends the spoiler effect. It makes third-party and independent candidates viable. It depolarizes elections because each candidate will want to say, this is, I understand why you like that other candidate, and this is how I'm like them, and I want you to put me down as your second choice. Could you do that instead of just this acidic, throwing mud at the other guy, throwing mud and money, right, throwing mud at the other party. I think eventually, there are some common sense solutions in democracy that the majority of Americans want, things like campaign finance reform and term limits. But neither major party has delivered on those things over decades, even though it's been clear that that's what Americans want. I think we're just kind of stuck in a status quo, and this would help to bring about new ideas. And as we say at Voter Choice Arizona, more choice, more voice, more choice.
Okay. So, like I said, we just started a YouTube channel. It's called The Bipartisan Guy, because we're actually looking what you're describing. We're looking for bipartisan solutions, and to me, ranked choicing is probably one of the best.
You're absolutely right about that. Overall, it makes elections more bipartisan. Candidates have to be more bipartisan, so we don't get the extremes,
right?
And we don't get candidates like in safe districts, winning where only the primary matters. Yeah, exactly. We would get candidates that the majority of Americans can live with, because candidates would have to have over 50% of the votes to win. All right.
Okay, so I want to keep in touch with you. I want to share my name and whatnot with you. If you got another card, I'll write it.
You put your information on.
Yes, I did, right here.
This is you.
Yeah, Jeff, more than thrilled to get involved and really push this issue as much as we can, and get more people involved in it, because I think it's number one answer right now to
Yeah.
our.
Would you?
There you go. A special thanks to Tiernan Erickson for his excellent explanation on Voters' Choice, Arizona. I think we all need to support this, especially if you're bipartisan. I'll leave a link to the website below. Get involved. Let's see if we can get enough signatures by 2026 election. And if not, by the 2028. Let's get it on the ballot, folks. I'd also like to give a special thanks to my son, Jody. The DIE stands for Dependable, Intelligent Editing. And if you like our content, give us a like, subscribe, and if you watch this video to the end, leave us a blue heart. Until the next video, peace out, be good, and stay partisan. Cheers.